Welfare reform was passed in the Clinton administration, and it was going to change the way that services are delivered to low-income people. I was chairing League of Women Voters Committee on Social Policy, and we were very concerned about that at the League, and we held a lunch to talk about it. Jackie Collier, who's now the administrator for Department of Children and Families, was a founding board member, and she was the one who stood up in the room and said, we need an organization to monitor these changes and help us figure out how to handle the needs of the population.
I was a director of resident services for Miami-Dade Housing Agency. We were trying to figure out what would happen to people who would be impacted by welfare reform. Most of us were really worried that people would, be hungry and that they would lose everything and that they would be just so disenfranchised.
So with all of that concern, we decided to develop a model program called Families in Touch, and we were very fortunate to get funding from the state wages board, which stood for Work and Gain Economic Self-Sufficiency. That was wages. And we were the first innovation grant that they awarded.
We help them with jobs, we help them with parenting, we help them with, that whole balance. Because for women, the balance between family and work and everything else that you're expected to do can be very, very difficult, especially difficult if you haven't worked in years and years. The one thing we found about the women in FIT was that not only did they keep their jobs, but they went on to get better jobs.
My name is Arlene White. I work at Jackson Hospital. One of the main things they all will talk about is furthering your education as far as going back to school. So I went back to school. I got an associate degree in health information management. I've added more children to my family. I lost a son. I purchased a house.
My name is Queen Brown, and I'm originally from Miami-Dade County, born and raised here. I work in the community as a community advocate. I really learned a lot, by being in some of those meetings. They talked about, finding jobs and how to time manage your home, your house with your children. I think a lot of their lives were changed. They were empowered through the information that they received through those weekly meetings with Families in Touch.
At the time, I think people were looking to HSC for guidance and, resources and research. Daniela had on her staff at that time, when she got a grant, she had a lot of people that were very passionate, very well informed, and they did all the research. And we had great ideas to propose.
The organization just made sure that it was at the forefront of everything that was going on. And it continued to push for certain kinds of practices to happen. For example, that welfare, that wages or TANF money could be used to buy clothes for people. But for a long, long time, it never was. That TANF money could be used to help people buy cars and transportation.
During the time when the policy and the programs were being developed, we felt that the best informants would be those who had actually lived on welfare. So we organized, found people that would be in that situation, gave them the background information about what was going on at the policy level, and helped them prepare to be spokespeople.
Being that I was a product of the welfare system and reading the bill and understanding it, I knew that there were some areas in there that they were not covering, and I was very concerned. I knew that if we didn't address some of the issues like substance abuse, substance dependency, illiteracy, I felt that we were headed for trouble as a community. I learned how to be tactful. I learned how to put my thoughts together. I learned how to address the issue. I learned how to get the attention. And what I've done with that is I take what I received from here, and I go back into the community and I begin to advocate on issues maybe we didn't cover here.
The advocacy that came out of HSC for welfare reform truly helped to make a difference in this community.